What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with some Warframe, and we're getting back into our Warframe free-to-play series today. And we're going to be taking on the boss fight on Jupiter, fighting against Elgato V and his little pet Tenno killer Zanuka. Now, at first, this can seem like a fairly tedious and somewhat difficult boss fight if you're going into it blind the first time. It can be a little intimidating because Zanuka has a lot of different abilities and blinds and rockets and all kinds of crazy stuff it throws at you, and it can kill you pretty quickly if you're not careful. But this is actually one of the easier boss fights in Warframe, and it's kind of funny, especially since you get the Valkyr Warframe parts from Elgato V, that this is a really easy farm when it comes down to this. Now, for this video, I am using Rhino with a pretty basic build. I've got the Heck shotgun. And if you've been following along the free-to-play series, you should have all of these items at a decent level with some pretty solid mods. You don't really need much here, just kind of your basic shotgun damage mods on your Heck, and anything you have that can take apart shields and then armor pretty quick. But the Heck does so much damage as it is anyways, you really usually don't have to worry about too much with it. But we're just running a pretty basic build on Rhino with vitality and shields and armor and everything. Nothing special on him. If you guys are interested in seeing the kind of the normal in-game builds I'm using for some of these Warframes and weapons, feel free to let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely go through those sometime. But anyways, back to the boss fight. It's a very easy boss fight. You can get to Elgato V fairly quickly. It's on a corpus stage, and you just kind of go through and collect all the credits and stuff you want out of the lockers. The storage lockers and the corpus levels are pretty generous, so it's kind of nice to spend a little bit of time and farm for experience and other stuff. But once you get through that, you're going to get to Elgato V. Now, he's going to be standing across from you when you first enter, and Zanuka will be right next to him. Now, the way this is going to work is Zanuka is pretty much indestructible as long as Elgato V is up and alive. So you're not going to be able to do a whole lot of damage to Zanuka unless you have some of the more advanced weapons in the game that are built to strip shields. It is actually possible to damage and kill Zanuka before you even fire Elgato V, but it would require a pretty advanced weapon and a pretty formatted out build on it. So basically what you want to do here is attack Elgato V first. Now, if you have the Heck and you have it modded pretty decently, it's going to go really quickly. A couple of shots, you should be able to drop him in 4 or 5 shots. Now, when he gets taken down, what's going to happen is Zanuka is going to run over to him and refill his shields and revive him, essentially. So what you want to do is take him down first, and then when Zanuka runs over to try to revive him, Zanuka is going to be vulnerable to your weapon at that time. So you just want to unload and dump as much ammunition as you possibly can into Zanuka while it's trying to get Elgato V back up on his feet. Now, during the fight, you will have some mobs that come in and try to attack you. They're not too many, and they're usually pretty manageable, but make sure you kill them when they show up because you don't want to waste time having to worry about them killing you while you're trying to fight Zanuka and Elgato V. And keep in mind also, when you do knock Elgato V down, when the Zanuka first comes over, there's going to be a blind that goes on the screen that's going to make it you won't be able to see for just a quick second. But don't panic when that happens. Usually you're not going to have enough time to be killed in that span, so it's nothing really to worry about. But again, just pretty easy here. Rinse and repeat. Go through, take down Elgato V, and then when Zanuka comes over to him, you can basically just take it down in a couple of rounds. Now, in the video here, I do go a little bit long because I'm kind of just trying to show you the basic concept of how it works. But with Rhino, the other reason I bring him to this fight, especially when I'm trying to farm the parts for Valkyr, is because he makes this fight really easy. You'll kind of see at the end, what I do is I use Rhino Stomp when Zanuka runs over to revive Elgato V, and at that point it's just dumping 2 or 3 shots of the Heck into Zanuka, and it's completely helpless. You can take it out really quick. You can actually use this move to open up the fight and just demolish both of these guys and beat them in about 30 seconds. So that's what I would recommend doing. You should have Rhino by now. Like I said, he's one of the easier frames to get in the game. We get him very quickly if you've been following through the free-to-play series. And you essentially just use your Rhino Stomp, and it'll knock Zanuka up into the air, and you just shoot the crap out of him, and he's dead very quickly. So really not that difficult a boss fight, very easy to farm, a lot easier to farm than some of the other boss fights that take a little bit of time. And the reward you're going to get for this is the parts to build Valkyr, who is one of the strongest frames in the game. She's not quite as strong or as invulnerable as she used to be. She's had a few tweaks to her by DE, but overall she's still a very good Warframe, and a frame you definitely want to pick up here on the Jupiter boss fight. So that's pretty much it, guys. Pretty simple, straightforward, and self-explanatory boss fight here. Like I said, it's easy to be intimidated by this if you're going into it blind, but you know, once you realize the mechanics of it, it's really pretty easy. So as always, guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. I'm going to be trying to get back into my Warframe series here. I had a bit of a hiatus, just a lot of stuff going on in real life lately. I'm going to probably do a video explaining some of that later on this week, but I've just been really busy with work. It's been hard to find time to play games or do much of anything, but I definitely do want to jump back into the Warframe content and get the free-to-play series going again. We're going to be going through and doing the new Strange quest next, which is how we get the blueprint to make Chroma, and also we're going to be going through Europa, doing the Europa boss fight, which is a little bit more complicated than the Jupiter boss fight. And but you will get the Nova Warframe from that one, so definitely worth doing that as well. So lots to look forward to. Appreciate all you guys who stuck around with the channel, even though I've been kind of slow posting content lately, and hopefully you guys will enjoy what's coming up next. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you again next time.